Hello everyone, welcome to WP ERP Webinar once again. My name is Ahmed Kabir Shayon and I work as a Business Development Manager at WeDevs. So WeDevs is a product-oriented company where we develop plugins and other tools. We sell them software as a service at times in the WordPress ecosystem. Most of our plugins are actually in the WordPress ecosystem. And what is actually in WordPress ecosystem, and the only one is WP ERP. WP ERP is the only complete enterprise resource planning system that you can find within all of WordPress, within the approximately 55,000 plugins that are available. So I will be your host for today's webinar, and thank you so much for joining in today. Today we have a special treat for you, something unique, the workflow that I'm myself very proud about. But I want to introduce to you the experts who will be accompanying me today, Mr. Maqsood and Mr. Mehdi. Let's bring them in, shall we? All right, great. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are maintaining social distancing. So how have your week been? Well, I'll start with Mehdi. Let's do some informal work today. So Mehdi, how has the support ninja been doing? How is your spirit animal doing today?
It was going really great. Working from home is a new challenge for me. So it took me almost 1.5 months to cope up with it. And yes, we are doing really good now. And as usual, I will question the answer today.
Great, thank you so much. So Maqsood, how has your week been? We haven't seen you for 2 weeks. You're back again, and we're always curious to know what your outfit will be today. And thank you for dressing up today. So please, would you tell us how your week has been?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, John. So today we're going to talk about the recruitment system we have. So it's basically quite critical part for the organization. So I believe whoever use our WP ERP, this webinar will help them to make it easy how the recruitment process done. So I believe this will help them a lot. And today's session will be will not be long one. So we'll try to keep it short and precise. So let's see.
Right, we always want it short, to the point, precise, but we have a great enthusiastic audience who want to engage and interact with us since we have the support ninja. So recruitment is a process that every organization needs. Even I was recruited by WeDevs, so are my colleagues. So how does the process work in ERP and what is unique about it? That's exactly what we're going to discuss today. So Just IT says hi. So I want to remind everyone who's joining today, there will be a particular reward for you for joining, for spending time with us, the experts itself. We will be sharing the information with you shortly. You will see like a floating text underneath the live video. And thank you for joining in using the Facebook platform as well as the YouTube channel platform. You can comment in and we will be recognizing those comments. So also, we have a set of questions that was provided to us while you registered for the webinar. So without a further ado, let's start with the webinar. I will request Maqsood to start with his presentation. In the meanwhile, again, Just IT, thank you for your comments. Please use the comment section. And we'll be asking Maqsood to share his screen perhaps. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Let me share my screen first, and then I'll continue from there. So please do let me know that you can see my screen.
Right. In the meantime, while the technicality works, I've had a very tough weekend. I've been recovering in and out from casual fever. I've been also struggling. Please share your screen. Yeah, right. I'm just trying to keep our audience entertained. I'm sure they don't want to hear me talking. They want you to present the good stuff. So take it away.
Yeah. Good to have you back today. I thought you will not be available to this session. Me either is not. I'm not feeling good today. So I'm trying to keep it very short. So let's start with the recruitment. How it works in the WP ERP. So as you can see, we have the HRM dashboard. So we are in the HRM dashboard. So as long we have the extension installed in your the system, and then you can see the recruitment menu up here. So I will start with the job opening, how we can see how it shows in job opening section. So let's see, you can see here we have a few job opening here, like quality assurance job posting here. We have content writer, we have software engineer. So it's basically give you the idea how the job, how many job posting has been created so far. You can see how many applicants have applied for the for this particular job. You can see the status. You can see the when this job posting has been created. The expiration date, I'll show it eventually. I'm just giving you some brief idea of what's going on here. You can see the publication date and also some actions over here. So
just to interrupt you, sorry, Maksud. So this screen is where, as an user, I can create job openings. I can edit the job postings that have been posted, and also I can see how many jobs are available right now. Is there an option where I can active a particular opening or make it inactive so that I don't want to use it, but I want to save the particular opening? Do we have an option like that?
Yeah, what we have here, we can you can keep the job opening for particular the publication a particular day, like
so date range is there, right? Date range.
Yeah, right. So if you create a job posting like today, so you want to publish it like maybe 2 weeks later, you can do that. So that option is here as well.
It's basically, if I interrupt, you basically can have the job post in draft. So anytime you have a published job post, you can make it as a draft, and also you can create a job post, not publishing it, just keeping it draft, and you can publish it on your convenient time or later.
Awesome, thank you. That's why you're the experts. Take it away.
All right. So we have a job opening option here, right, in this menu. You also can create a job opening from this menu as well. So whenever you click on the job opening, add opening, so you can see this sort of window up here. Like let's say I am creating a job for, let's say it's maybe the product manager, something like that. So I'm giving him a sample description over here. So this is basically sample. You can customize your description over here. You have that option. So then you can hit the next button. You can see the hiring workflow. It's basically whenever you post any job, you have several steps to hire any particular candidates or candidates, right? So whenever you have, we come to this stage, you can see that we can see the screening stage. You can this is the default one. You can like check or uncheck these boxes. You can add more, stages if you want. You can create new stages. That stage will come up here. You can drag and drop whenever you like. So this basically, let's say you can, if the first screening is the first step, then you can have
quick question, again, quick question. So basically this is where we can have a customized workflow. What I want to know, if I just activate the plugin on my site for WP ERP, do I get to use the recruitment model? Or if I want to get it, what do I have to do to get the recruitment module?
Sorry, you were cutting up my end. Can you repeat that again?
Apologies, I'm going to repeat the question. So if I just activate the plugin in my WordPress site, do I get the recruitment module itself, or is there something I have to pay to get the module?
You need to pay for it. If you go to our WP ERP site, then you can see the plugin price and how to install the the recruitment on your site.
Right, and I get like a custom workflow. I can customize it my way, right? That is my question. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe wanted to add something.
I'm interrupting you. Just a correction, Mr. Chon. Recruitment is not a module; it's an extension of WP ERP. more specifically, it's an extension of HR system. HR is a module of WP ERP. So WP ERP comes free with 3 modules: HR, CRM, and accounting. And HR, CRM, and accounting both have some extra features, which is calling extensions, which is basically you need to purchase from us. And the HR module comes free with the WP ERP.
Oh, that's great. So I can get the HR module. I don't have to pay, but if I want to have the extension recruitment, then I have to pay. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Awesome. Got it.
Yeah. So back in the hiring workflow again. So like I said, you can drag and drop. You can select which one goes first and which one comes in the second. So if you have all the freedoms to do it here. You also can add the stages up here, like I mentioned earlier. So let's say I am going to first stage will be the the phone interview. Then first stage will be the screening, then the phone interview, then the face-to-face, and the written test is not available. So I'm going to check this box. So if I go to the next, hit the next button, then it take us to the job information page. Job information page basically tell us about which department you are hiring. Let's say it's for the engineering department. Employee type, is it a full-time? You have option to for the particular part-time, or is it contractual, temporary, trainee? So you have all the option up here. So you can select from the drop-down for employee type. I'm going to choose full-time. So you have the experience box as well. In the drop down, you can see that you have a fresher, you can have a number of experience like 1 to 3 and so on. So I'm going to hit the fresher. Submission deadline, that's date you want to mention, like when do you have to submit. If you want to mention like when is the last date for this particular job hiring, so you can mention up here. So let's say I'm gonna select it July 31st. Location, we are living in the capital, so I'm gonna select Dhaka. So it's basically Bangladesh capital. So
interrupting you, the submission deadline is wrong. Please select 2020. It was the backdated. For 2019.
Sorry, my bad.
It's okay.
So I'm going to select the 31st of July. Thanks, Mehdi. So number of vacancies we have, let's say 2. We're going to select, these are the mandatory fields we need to fill up for the job information, right? So then you have a job schema information. Like this is the optional one. You can choose from here. It's not mandatory, but you can choose any the boxes information up here. And then I'm going to select next. I'm not going to fill up all the informations.
Maksud, I would like to interrupt you once again. Let me describe what is schema basically. Those schema fields and the information you put in the schema in schema section, this will not show with your job posting. This is basically for the search engines. Search engines takes and show the jobs in their predefined schema way, how the job posting is showing. So basically, the information you will show here for the search engine only. This value will be provided to the search engines. So whenever someone searches a job in the Google or any other search engines, this will be showing based on the details you provided on the schema, like say the address, location, country, salary, currency. If we search in Google with any job, like say with the title product manager, you will see how the schema works in the Google search engines. So this is basically for the search engines only. That will not be visible on your job post.
Right. Thanks, Mehdi, for backing me up. So I'm going to jump on to the next button. So when you click the next one, I'm going to see the basic information for this particular job. So when we apply for this, when we're going to post, when we're posting this job, we have a name, you have information, you upload the CV. These are the most basic thing you need to fill up before apply by any candidate. So here we have other options as well, like upload photos, cover letter. These are the mandatory optional fields. So if you check all the informations, you can check. User needs to fill up. This is again not like the other thing I showed earlier. You cannot create in stages. You cannot create by yourself. It basically all information are here. That's basically need to show up for the job or posting. So if you have option to choose, like the select all, is that, like, let's say you have a cover letter, right? So if you want to have this cover letter required, then you need to click on this, this field is required, this checkbox. If you want to fill up the phone number, that is also up here. Let's say I'm going to select few options here, nationalities, address, I'm going to select gender, I'm going to select driving license, and so on. And so I'm going to keep it that short. Let's hit on the next button. So whenever you fill up the information for this particular job posting, you have option to select the questionnaire. You also have the option to select go post this job without the questionnaire. Let's say I'm going to select the questionnaire up here. So I have created a few questionnaires earlier. So let's say I'm created a few question sets, question set A, question set B, question set C. I'm going to choose question set B. If I want, I can create a question set from here. If I want, I can question set from here as well. But for this particular job, as I already prepared the questions earlier, so I need to add this question set for this job posting. So I'm going to select question set B for this particular job, product manager.
You need to add question set.
Now this one is already.
You need to click on this. Yes.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So I need to click the add question set. This question set B has been added under this particular job posting. So I'm going to hit the finish button. Then you will see the listing page for all the job we have created so far. This one I have created just now, product manager one. So from here you can see.
Guys, I'm going to recognize the first question. So we had a question from Matt. Matt asks, how can I use workflow to create an intake form to new vendor applications on the accounting module? So this question is basically regards to the accounting module. Again, how can I use workflow to create an intake form to new vendor applications on the accounting module?
Maybe do you like to do the honor?
Yeah, sure, please. Basically, contract form integration is for the CRM only. If we have integration with the contract forms, like say we have integration with contract form 7, Ninja Forms, UI Forms, and Gravity Forms. So if you map a contact form with the CRM, when someone fills out that contact form on your site, the user who submitted the contact form will be listed on your CRM. This is not for accounting.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So we have a few comments. I'm going to recognize a few comments. So we have Olu-san. I think he's saying that he's optimistic about the webinar. And also we have Philip, who wants to know more. So since we have a lot of enthusiastic comments which were pre-registered for the event, so I also have Ronti asking, when does the questionnaire come up? So Ronti, we are actually recognizing the questionnaire as we move forward. We just recognized one. Let's go to another question. How can I add more?
No, I'm interrupting you. Maybe
Sure.
Ronti asked about the questionnaire in the recruitment. I mean, we have selected a question set in the recruitment, but we have not shown yet how to create the question set yet. Ronti,
Awesome.
we will show you.
Sure. Take it away.
Right. So I'm gonna go to the questionnaires, how to create the questionnaire eventually. So I'm gonna, what I'm doing right now, that I just created job posting here. So you can see the list of all the job postings I have created so far, as I was showing it earlier. So let's see, I have one I have prepared earlier, the content writer one. This job posting, you can see the 4% has been applied for this job. So basically, if anyone applies for this particular post, that job application number will show up here. So let's see how it shows. How it shows when you open this job. See, we have a content writer job posting up here. So we have several stages, like the candidate screening, phone interview, face-to-face. We basically selected few stages earlier for this particular job posting. So you can see here that we have Mike Tyson is in on the phone interview, and another thing is Muhammad Ali, Steve Waugh there on the screening stages. That's what it's counting up here, showing as the counting up here. So whenever you click on the view stages, like this one, I want to see like phone interview one for Mike Tyson. I can see the detail of this particular candidate. You can see that this information was not filled up by the candidate earlier, so that's why this is empty. So as I showed earlier, this information can be filled up. If it is mandatory, then the information will be filled up by the candidates, and that will show up here. And we have a few options up here. Let's say I'm this one particular candidate, the Mike Tyson, has been selected for interview. So I can change up his stage, like his screening. I can say he has been selected initial screening one. Then I can ask for his phone interview from here and select the move. So I'm not going to hit the move button right now. So I need to show up several things up here as well. Let's say I want to add an interview candidate for this particular job. This one is, let's say, phone interview. I would like to schedule an interview and name here. This one, the Mike Tyson, right? So I'm going to select the Tamim Iqbal. He's the interview one. The duration time, I can select the duration time. It may be 30 minutes, it may be 15 minutes. Interview date, I can pick the date. I'm going to select, let's say this date is 24th of July, and I'm going to select the time. So let's say it's going to start at sorry.
In between that, I would like to mention this interviewer we have selected Tamim Iqbal is basically the employee we have. I mean, we are assigning one of our employee to take that interview for that particular application applicants.
Right. So I'm going to select the interviewer dates on 24th of July, and the interview will be at 1 p.m. and the interview duration time will be 30 minutes, and the interviewer will be Mr. Tamim Iqbal. So I'm going to create this interview schedule for this particular candidate, Mike Tyson, with Tamim Iqbal. So let's say Tamim Iqbal have this interview with this candidate, and he likes to rate this interview session. Let's say we have different stars. Stages like excellent, super, gold, things like that. So I'm going to select the super. So whenever you select the super, if you go back to the landing page we have for this particular job, you'll see the rating up there. I'm going to show it eventually. So you can also select another interview stage up here. Let's say we have fill up the phone interview, then you can see I would like to talk to him face to face. Then you can select the face to face interview from here as well. And also you can choose the to dos from here. You can give a title. You can give the assigned user who will be responsible for this to dos. You can set the deadline for here from here as well. And we have also have some privileges for this page, like you can view the CV, If you like, if let's say the interviewer on the face-to-face interview, he likes this particular candidate, he may choose the hire button and select him as a hiring, offer him as for this particular job post. Let's say he's from this job post is from the engineering department. It's from the location, which location you have selected earlier, that will show up here. This is a full time. You have a source. You can select some source of you fill up some information. Also, you need to fill out some information and then hit the hire employee.
If I add with you, Maksud, this is the great part of recruitment extension. Let me describe why. When you create a job posting and people apply on it, if you decide finally to hire someone, you can do it totally in an automated way from his profile by just clicking hiring on his profile. And the information you are saying on this page is basically will take the data from the application. Like say he has chosen his gender when he's applying. All those data will be taken from the application form that the candidate provided. And you can just hire him and take him to the HR employee list in just a click by hiring him and then save it here. And you really do not need to insert the data here if the applicants have already provided them. This will take from the application form. This is basically a totally automated system.
Great. So
Okay,
this
go
is
ahead.
good to know that we have such features. So I'm going to recognize a comment made by Arshadina. She says, I'm looking to test candidates by uploading assignments in the form of Word files. Sure, you can do that. Also, and thank you so much for the comment, Arshadina. We have another question from Sanjog. Sanjog asks, how can I add more attributes in asset management add-on? I think Sanjog is referring to asset management. Perhaps the question will be answered when we discuss asset management. Perhaps that support ninja will make a comment of it, and I think we will re-recognize this question. So I'll jump to the next question. So Gediman asks, we need some programs about our company, finance, HR, CRM, learning management system, project management, health and safety management, B2B and B2C, and branches. So Guideman, maybe I will personally send you an email and I'll try to understand your requirement clearly, and perhaps we can take it from there. At the moment, you can easily avail the HR, CRM, and accounting module, which I suppose you're referring to as the finance module. You can easily avail them whenever you need them. So I will request the presentation to be continued, and I'll just request the viewers to go to this particular link that is being displayed underneath as a floating test, bit.ly/webinar reward. That's one word, webinar reward, to avail a hefty 50% discount on WP ERP. So guys, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. So like I said, this is the last process for the hiring employee. So whenever I hit the hire employee button, that means, let's say I'm going to fill up some information for me. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to fill up some information for this particular document. So he's been hiring. So this person has been hired, and as soon as I hit the hire button, this employee, this particular candidate has become an employee. So that's why it goes under employee profile, employee tab, and you can see that his information up here, like all the information will shows in this page. So
also this employee will get an email from the HR department, which is also automated, which includes his login details to the portal, particularly on your site.
Right.
So Maksud, we have missed to show how to create the questionnaire, as
that's what I was
asked.
Yeah, that's what I was about to go. So this is, so we have created a job opening. So I believe you have all the I've shown the steps how to create a job opening. Before I jump on to the how to create the questionnaire set, I will show how the job looks like whenever you show in on your site.
Yeah, Ashadina Najib asked that.
Yeah, so this is how the job posting look like whenever you goes on a site. So if you apply for this job, so this is basic information needs to basically fill up by the candidate. This one can be handled, from the back end. So let's jump on to the the questions, how to prepare the question sets for this particular session. Like I mean, these people has been asking how to create the questionnaire. So here you can see the questionnaire I have prepared earlier. I'm gonna prepare a new one because it's necessary to create a new one to show how this process works. So I'm gonna create the product managers questions. So here you can add, this is basically a title. So you can add the add question set. So whenever you click on this add new questions, then you can write the question name. I mean, you can write the question. If it is required, you can select the required box. You have that privilege to choose the field type. Like if it is a text area, if it is text, either it's a drop down, if it is radio button, or if it's a checkbox. Let's see if it's a drop down. You can put the drop down values up here. You can also have the option to add more drop down options from here. So I'm not gonna create all the the steps up here. So if you want, you can add more questions in the same process. So as soon as you hit the publish button, you can say, oh, I need to mention, you can save this questionnaire as a draft. You can also save it, hit the publish button to show it in the questionnaire page. So I'm gonna.
This is all about it actually, but personally, I would like to show how an applicant can apply to a position. Maksud, if you show the JavaScript position as you are applying, so please complete a application process here. Yes, exactly. Answer the questions, fill the forms, and let's complete the process. I mean, until the final submission. Yeah.
This one
the salary. Yeah, I am talking about this. Please insert the salary expectation. Let's say you are applying for this position. Imagine.
I'm gonna put the number here.
Okay.
I'm gonna select the JavaScript. How many years of experience? Let's say I'm gonna have I don't know, maybe 1 year. Oh, sorry, 10 years. This is not the option. A mandatory one. Then I hit the next button. Then these are the information I need to fill up, right? So
yeah. This is basically the questions you have created while creating the job post. Yeah.
Right.
So kindly please fill up the fields.
Do you want me to fill up all the information?
Yeah. Before submitting.
Yes, please apply for this job. This looks too tempting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
so viewers, we're actually applying for a job live, courtesy to show you the demonstration on the workflow, and our experts are expertly applying for the job.
Yeah, our product manager is applying for the engineer position.
Yeah, that's a proud moment for him, I guess. He has been the product manager designing the workflow and stuff, and he is applying for it. That's actually the best way to test your product, beta testing on. Nonetheless, while that is being done, let me recognize a question. So this question comes from Solomon, and he asks, I don't know how to link it with my theme. I'm just confused. The two are just distinct from each other, no synchronization. So I suppose Solomon is having a little bit of issue here and there with the theme being adaptive or something to his liking about the ERP's the UI. So I think, Solomon, if you email at support@wperp.com or even Mehdi@wperp.com, you can email both. The support ninja will assist you, perhaps have remote support maybe. So just email the details of the name of the theme that you're using and what sort of error you're getting and what do you want to achieve. So I think that would be better. We'll go to the next question. Siam asks, any free course available on SAP MM? So basically, I think it's talking about material management. So do we have any free course available? What, to my knowledge, I am aware that WP ERP has a YouTube channel where lots of content is produced. And I think you can look into the WP ERP channel, exactly the place where we're streaming live right now. Go to our channel, check the videos. I'm sure there are some available. Do the experts know if we have any video which is on material management?
Basically, Sean, he asked about the SAP system. You need to be sure that SAP and WP ERP is totally two different solutions. We are not the SAP authorities. We are not the author of SAP. We are the author and creator of WP ERP, which is a different solution based on WordPress. So if you like to try us, I mean WP ERP, so we can have a lots of video tutorial and documentation on our YouTube channel and on our website. So you can try us.
Great. Let's move on to the next question. So Bennett asks, I used WP ERP to create a small front end to the open source web ERP platform for a client that is in manufacturing industry. Is there any project in WordPress ERP to tie in with such existing open source platform? So is there any way to tie in WP ERP with say web ERP platform for manufacturing industry? Do we have enough information to answer that?
We do not have the manufacturing management at this moment, though we have a plan for it. But I'm not sure what you mean by connecting with your existing website or existing solution. But as WP ERP, you know, it's a WordPress solution. Need to install on your WordPress site, and you can connect it on your WooCommerce. So you can have a try on it, but I'm really confused what you mean by connecting on your existing website or existing open source platform. But WP ERP is basically a WordPress solution. You need to install it on a WordPress site. Whatever your site or WordPress site is existing or doesn't matter, you do not need to create a completely new website. You can, of course, install it on your existing WP ERP website.
Great, thank you. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, great. So yeah, so that's there. So I just want to remind the viewers to visit bit.ly /webinar reward to avail the 50% discount coupon that you can apply for your WP ERP purchase right away. So I think we have covered almost everything. What is our next step in the process?
So I'm not gonna apply for this job. So I'm gonna go to the another part I need to show you. Like you can add the manual. You know, whenever you post any job, the candidates are supposed to apply for this particular job, for any particular job, right? So you have also privilege to apply to add candidate for any particular job position. Let's say as I created the product manager one earlier, so I'm gonna add candidates from here. This is the manual process. This candidate may be probably give me a good name. Maybe I'm gonna apply for this one, right? So Rahman. So my email address is gmail.com. So I'm gonna select the CV from here. Let's say here I'm gonna add a cover letter, test cover letter. My mobile number. So basically, I'm acting as a HR manager or admin on behalf applying for a job on behalf of a particular candidate. So this is the manual process you can do for any job post. If I select submit button, I can see one person has been applied for this job opening. Let's say product manager one. So you can see the one person already applied for this particular job posting, product manager one. So here the Maksud Rahman has been on the stages for the this product manager job posting. So that for the last thing I need to show you the calendar. So this calendar basically shows if you have any things to do or add to dos, you can add up here. Also, you can see the reports. Reports are basically shows like who have applied for the how many candidates have been applied for any particular job position, let's say content writer or any product manager one or the software engineer one. You can see the process, which is how many job candidate list number, how many numbers are in process, the archive one, unseen one. So you can also export this as a CSV. So this is sort of report we can produce from recruitment. I believe this is the last thing I need to show you. So Mehdi, would you like to talk about anything else?
No, it's just okay.
We have a question.
About everything.
We have a question.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
we have two questions. So first up, Just IT asks, does the recruitment module automatically send the interview place, date, and time to the candidates once an interview has been fixed? So basically communicating with the candidate.
Yeah, it basically, when you create an interview schedule, it sends an email to the candidate with the details you write on the interview form.
Okay, and the follow-up question, Just IT asks another question. Want to put the candidate who cleared the final interview to pass status, take some time, discuss with my senior, and then hit the hire button. Hope the candidate also gets the hired message. So basically changing the status of the application and the notification.
No, when you change the status of the candidate, it's your internal process. Employee does not need to know that. So it's completely the HR process. But employee get notification when you finally complete the process and hire him. Once you click hired, I mean when the applicant has been hired, he will get an email with the welcome email and the login details of your site. Let me say site URL. You can log in and your username and your password. That has a template. You can set the welcome email manually as you like to write.
Okay, great. So we're going to take another question. So this is from Alexander. Alexander says, it's actually a comment or a request. I need a lifetime one-off purchase of your plugin, please. So I think we already have that in place, perhaps, and even if you cannot find it, just email to support@wperp.com, or if you want, we can even reach out to you. So if you're watching it, Alexander.
Yes. All of our subscription or all of our packages yearly based, but one can choose not to renew after a year if he can consider the updates, regular updates and support from that support ninja. So if you do not consider renewing your license after a year, let's say subscription, so that won't be a problem. Your solution will be work as usual, except you won't get the regular updates and support from us.
Right. So we have a few other questions before we can actually wrap up. We have a few shout out. So Saif says, hey, and he also says shout out to the ERP team. And then also says, by the way, on another note, Appsero team at WeDevs has released Appsero premium plans for WordPress devs. Well done, Appsero team, great job. And then finally, he also says the most affordable way to manage and sell WordPress plugins and themes. So anyone who's watching, if you are worried about managing your WordPress plugins, themes, and uploading it to the WordPress repository, such as the WordPress WRG, you can use and go check. You can first try out Appsero, and exactly what Saif Hassan is actually giving a shout out about. Saif Hassan is basically the product manager for Appsero, and we request all of our viewers to check it out. Saif Hassan, thank you for giving a shout out to the ERP team. So we'll go recognize I think this is the last question that we have from pre-registered. I think this talks about full control from the front end. So Mohamed Al Sheikh ask the question.
This is the most demanded feature for the WP ERP user. Yes, we are basically working on it. We are expecting to have our full-featured front-end system in the middle or first of 2021, and we are working on it. The design is almost ready before going to the development team. So yeah, we also hope to have that full-fledged front-end solution.
Okay, great. So one final reminder to our viewers, the link to avail your coupon is bit.ly/webinar reward. That's one word, WEBINARREWARD, webinar reward. You will avail a 50% hefty discount on the WP ERP purchase. So overall, we have covered a lot of stuff today, and we have talked about a detailed explanation of the phases of the recruitment module. We talked about how you can track the workflow from A to Z, assigning status and rating of a candidate. We also showed you, I think, did we go through the scheduling of interview? Did we?
We did.
I think we did. We did.
Yeah.
Great. So we also went through the activities with the candidates. How does it look on the HR end? How does the candidate get notified or not? We had a few questions, and also we talked about the comprehensive report of all essential details of your job openings and candidate. We actually covered a few, right? So let's recognize a few people who have been contributing today. So I want to thank personally Just IT, Ronti, Arshadina, Saif Hassan, and everyone who's commenting. We're still going to be here for some time. Please post comments in the YouTube chat or also in the Facebook Live so that we can answer it. We have the support ninja and the product manager here with us. So do we have anything else to add, Maksud?
No, just I'm just wanna share with you like a real experience here. We have a very good record, selling record for the recruitment. So I believe it basically help people who have a huge hiring process. So it basically make life easier for the person who is basically hiring every now and then. So this kind of plugins, extensions like recruitment can smooth your business, can make life easier for you, and also I believe this extension will help your business, your hiring process much easier. I believe you will grab the discount from us, what we are offering on this webinar, and we will look forward to answer any question you have. We can support if we can contact with our support team right away.
Right, absolutely. So you can focus more time on getting the best talent out there without spending too much time, manual work, recruiting, and those stuff. You can get the talents within the best way possible using WP ERP's recruitment extension. Get that, try it out, let us know, and you can also join the conversation. We have a specific community group within Facebook. The link is displayed. What you need to do is just search as WP ERP community, and you will get the group in Facebook. You can join the group, and our colleagues such as support ninja and also a product manager, myself, we're all there, and we can assist with any of the queries. Even if we miss something today, we can come back and answer the question. So maybe I will give you the floor to add something as a closing remarks. Then I will request Maksud if he has to say, and perhaps we can wrap up. So maybe the floor is yours.
Yes, I would like to wrap up the webinar today. Basically, HR system or ERP system reduce your paperwork, and our main aim is our goal is to go with the paperless as a HR in an organization. So when you are using an HR, I believe every company needs HR system to manage their employee, manage their attendance system, manage their every task. Yes. So recruitment is a must-have thing. You as a company, you need to hire people on your team. So recruitment is a really must-have thing, and our recruitment solution is well-reached solution. You can have all the required things that you need to hire an employee. So I would personally request you to give it a try on our demo. It has a full featured demo. You can have a demo for 7 days or more. So you will have a dedicated demo even. And beside that, if you need any help from the support team or from us, or if you think we have missed anything that you need to know, or even after watching the whole webinar, you got some question, so do not hesitate to reach out to us. You can directly reach me to support@wperp.com. And also we can have a personal meeting if anyone want to have a personal meeting with me, want to have a demonstration. I can also show you that personally if you have any question or anything.
Maybe also your Twitter, please.
Yeah, you can also follow us on Twitter, getwperp.com, and me, thebengalboy.com, and with the name Mehdi Hassan. So you can follow us on Twitter, and you can reach us on the support as well. So
Thank you so
that's
much.
all for today.
Thank you so much, Mehdi. I'll go jump to Maksud. Maksud, why should someone buy it? You already mentioned that it will save time, heaps, and you can do things accurately. As an HR manager, sorting through CVs is a difficult job. So would you like to share any personal story in regards to building the product, just as a closing remarks? The floor is yours, Maksud.
Well, this platform is a great, we have a great features to use. So in our WeDevs, we use this, this platform, this recruitment system for hiring new people. So I believe we have very good feedback from our, the HR team and other user we have. As I mentioned earlier, this is the best selling extension we have. So we have in our house too so far. So this is it. This is the thing you need to grab and use it to make your life easier.
Right. Thank you so much, expert. As always, you guys are the best, and there's no one better than you who knows WP ERP. So we need you every fortnight. So thank you so much. I'm sure the viewers actually got a detailed insight on the workflow and the recruitment, the process itself. How does it benefit you? Do you significantly get productivity increase as an HR operation, and how effective and flawless is WP ERP in the WordPress ecosystem? Once again, I want to remind everyone, go visit bit.ly/webinar reward to get your 50% reward for the webinar that you joined today for your purchase of WP ERP. Like Get WP ERP, or you can simply search WP ERP Facebook page, like our page, follow our channel, subscribe, watch the videos, and finally join the Facebook group, the community group for the WP ERP. So with that, on that note, since we do not have any more comments and we've answered all the questions, I want to thank everyone for their time. Stay safe, maintain social distancing, and hopefully we will see each other again 2 weeks from now on with a different topic. So get registered, take benefits of the WP ERP, stay healthy. That's all from my side. So I'm going to thank my colleagues again today. Also on the back end of the production, we had Atik. He has been making sure all the comments do come up, the floating text and all the live, everything's being done by Atik. So we want to thank Atik as well. We also want to thank Rahan for the amazing video, the intro video, which is being developed as well. So once we part through, we will also be able to see the video. So guys, I think we've had a productive day today and a productive session right now in the webinar. So I think we have to say goodbye to our viewers, and we'll come back again in 2 weeks' time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And thanks all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.